Hey everybody, how you doing? You know what time it is. It's my favorite day of the week, New Comic Wednesday. I'm your host, Comic TV, or Tony Varela. This is my co-host, Yogi Yogs, and we're going to tell you about all of today's hottest comics and variant covers. I'm going to show you a couple you should be specking on that I found on the hunt, and a couple exclusives I got in the mail. So let's get started, Yogs. You ready to do this, buddy? Let's do it! Yogi's been over at my mom's house getting spoiled, so he's a little butthurt right now because I had to go and pick him up for the show. But don't worry, bro. I'm going to take you back to Grandma's this week. You're going to have lots of fun. So let's get started. From DC, we got Catwoman number 32. Now, this is written by Ram V, and we got a new artist on this book, and it's Evan Cagle, and that art is dope. Not familiar with this artist, but I'm looking to get very familiar with this work. Really, really good stuff. And we got us a super sexy Jenny Friesen cover. Oh my goodness, Yogs, this cover is dope. Look at that thigh gap. And I know what you're gonna say, Chris Ballard. She does not look like a dude. Anyways, also from DC, another big comic today. We got Nightwing number 81, written by the great Tom Taylor. Love his work. Bruno Redondo's art is very good as well. If you're not familiar with him, maybe Michael Janin, very similar art style. We got us a beautiful cover A with the first cover appearance of a character called Heartless, and we should get the first full appearance in the interiors as well. The previous two issues have been cameos, and I went ahead and stacked up 2 issues of that cover A, as well as this beautiful, beautiful Raphael Grassetti cover B. Grabbed a couple of those. There was a gay pride variant that I passed on as well. Also out today, The Legends of the Dark Knight number 2. We're going to have a first appearance of a character called Quiz, who I believe is either an ally or the daughter of the Riddler. And we're also getting us a 1 in 25 Federici variant. And I hear a major villain is going to be killed off in the Batman universe. And with the introduction of his daughter, Riddler's neck could be on the chopping block. We'll see. Anyway, I would definitely grab that book. And as soon as I get that 1 in 25 in the mail, I'll show it to you. I've gotten all those black and whites so far, and I hope to continue doing so, even though they're breaking my balls and breaking my bank. Isn't that right, Yokes? Oh, what do you think of this one, buddy? Oh, yeah. So, as I promised, another Jenny Friesen banger right here. We got Berserker number 3, and this is the 1 in 25 variant cover. Matt Reeves and Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent are doing the writing on this book. Ron Garney is doing the interior art on this book, and it's a little scratchy. It looks a little rusty. I like Garney's cover work, but his interiors tend to deteriorate when faced with a deadline. That's all I'm saying. Next up, what do you think of this shiny thing, Yokes? Shiny thing, Yogi like a shiny thing. Berserker number 3. This is also, this is the Jeff DeCall foil variant. There was a 1 in 50 variant of that Virgin, and I like the shiny one. Anyway, Sacred 6, number 10. This is strictly a cover by, I promised you some Lucio Perillo, and there it is, man. Ooh-wee, and he's got another really good one coming out today. I'll show you. Christopher Priest is doing the writing on that. The art inside is terrible, and honestly, I read almost everything. I'm not going to read this book. And I was enjoying Vampirella until they started combining it with this book and crossing it over is what I'm trying to say. And now I don't know what's going on in Vampirella, and I'm not enjoying it as much. So. Next up, we got from IDW, we got High Republic Adventures number 5. Daniel Jose Older is doing the writing on this book and doing a good job as well. I don't even recognize that it's meant to be a children's book, and in fact, it's better than the main Marvel Star Wars title. And I'm really liking these Harvey Tola Bao art on the interiors and cover. There is a 1 in 10, and we're going to get another appearance of the character called Marishon Rowe, who I expect would be pretty popular in the future. So you might think about stacking those up or going for the retail incentive, but the retail incentive, it's ugly. Next up from Image, we got Ultra Mega number 4, written, drawn, and cover art, all by James Herron. I really like this title. It's just insane. It's crazy. It's bloody. It's gory. It's nuts. You should check it out. Next up from Mad Cave Studios, we got Nottingham number 4, written by David Hazan. We got Sean Connery Volk doing the interior arts and cover art on this book. I've been following it all the way through. I've been recommending it all the way through, so I hope you've been jumping on it because these books are going up and going up quickly. So I've been trying to grab some of the late prints of this, but so far I have been unsuccessful, and some of those are better than others. I went ahead and grabbed 2 of these since this white cover is going to be really hard to keep in a 9/8, so we'll see about that. And hope to start grading some books one day, but I'm not grading until I'm planning on flipping. And here's another Lucio Perillo cover that I promised you, and I hope I'm not getting out of frame here, but this is Essentia from Wake Entertainment. John Dollyman's doing the writing on this book. We got Tony Parker doing the art, and I just got it for this Lucio Perillo cover. Holy crap. Now, I think this book was supposed to come out a couple of weeks ago, so evidently was pushed. There was also supposed to be some topless covers of this, and I'm hoping those got pushed because I definitely had ordered one. So I hope it comes out, and I'll stack up as many of these as I can get. So if I have to buy more, I'm not going to be sad about that. From Marvel, and just incidentally, you know, the independents and DC are really catching up to Marvel in the amount of titles I get each week. So I hope Marvel realizes some of these books are on their tails and really been enjoying the reads of some of these independent titles. And I've never been a comic snob, but I'm starting to lean that way. But Aliens 4 is a really good book. It's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. We got Salvador La Roca. La Roca, I love saying that, Yogs. Hey, wake up, buddy. What, you have too much fun over at Grandma's house? Salvador La Roca is doing the interior arts on this book, and we've been getting some really nice covers. I showed you a Philip Tan 1 in 25 variant that I'd gotten last week that was super dope. This is the Ken Lashley variant, and the covers for this week were actually a little subpar. Not a title I expected to enjoy, but I really do. We got Heroes Reborn number 7. Jason Aaron's doing the writing on this. Aaron Cooter and Ed McGuinness are doing the art on 2 stories respectively. And I got the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant cover, which has been the case on most of these with me, as the regular covers and the other variants hadn't been that good. But the interiors have been nice and the stories have been good. I'm very interested. You're going to get a battle between the Avengers and Squadron Supreme on the interiors of this issue. And Miles Morales, this is, what number is this? 27. So I love this book. Been loving it long time. Saladin Ahmed is doing the writing on this book. We got Carmen Carnero doing the art, and this is the Torrin Clark cover A, and we're going to get the origin of the Miles Morales clones that he was battling last issue. And Hot New Artist did the cover B, but not my favorite work, and her art, much like Peach Momoko, has been hit and miss. This is a bit of a miss, way too busy for my taste, but Rose Besh is definitely a hot new artist, and I went ahead and grabbed 2 of these. I wanted to grab another one of the cover A, but my comic store ran out. Because of the origin of those clones, there could be some serious spec value in the future. One of the biggest titles today was Venom 200, and this book is fat. I mean, really thick, and it had been delayed for a while, so glad to finally have it out. Venom 200, written by Donnie Cates. We got Ryan Stegman doing the interior arts on this book, and there were several covers by some heavy hitters, but none of them hit with me except for this Jock cover. There is a aftermarket Marco Mastrazo variant that is really nice that I have on the way. And then also in Hyuk Lee had an amazing Spider-Man 1 homage cover that was really cool too. You might look into getting if you're specking on this book. I hear we're gonna get some good news for all of those people that are specking on Dylan Brock, but I don't know what's happening in this book, and I wouldn't want to spoil it for you if I did. Next up, last of today's comics that I'm going to show you, we've got Planet Size X-Men, written by Jerry Dugan. I've been loving almost all of the X titles, save Marauders and New Mutants, but all the rest of them I've been on and loving. Hickman, you're killing it. Jerry Dugan's doing the writing on this, and we got Pepe Larraz. I love your art, Pepe. It's so, so good. We got Pepe on the cover as well. Can't wait to see what happens in this book, but it looks absolutely beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, what do you think of that, Yogs? No, you're not impressed by nothing today. I can't get no kisses from Yogs. We got Bloodstone number 1. This is a book that I found at Darkside Comics. I actually got it on their claim sale. So if you go over to Darkside Comics and you can go ahead and sign up for a notification for their claim sales that happen on Wednesdays and Saturdays. On Wednesdays, they start at 7 o'clock. They'll tell you about all of today's comics, and then they'll go into their claim sale, but I recommend you check that out. And also, if you're ever out Sarasota Way. Check out Dark Side Comics, man. They got games, statues, cards, you name it. They got it in the field of nerdery. Nerdery, is that a word, yokes? I'm making it a word, nerdery. And oh, I got this one in the mail. Hot new title from James Tynion. Oh, I really enjoyed it as well. And I got the, I stacked up 2 sets of this. That's the trade dress, the minimal trade dress, and then last but not least, yokes, the Virgin. So this is by John Gallagher. Really awesome, hot new artist. I show you his Something is Killing the Children Wanted Comics variant. That's comics with an X. And if you try to get their variants, especially their Gallagher variants, they're hard to get. They sell out fast. Their site crashes. So if you can get them, man, you are doing really good. And this one is heating up on the aftermarket. Holy crap, yokes, heating up. Really hot. And last but not least of comics I got, here's an exclusive variant. That is the Ivan Tao variant for Something is Killing the Children 16, where we get the origin of the House of Slaughter, or at least partial origin. And oh yeah, Yogs likes this one. Finally got some love from my little dude. And this one is super hot on the aftermarket. Man, I told my buddy Sterling about it, and he jumped up and grabbed 3 or 4 copies, and I'm wishing I had done the same. But this is super hot. And last but not least, I'm just going to show you a couple things I got in the mail. These are some stickers, and I don't normally get stickers, but these were so hot, I had to get them. I might put them on my scooter or on my laptop when I get one, but I'm going to hold these up for you. Hopefully you can see them pretty good. There's a nice X23 one, and there's a Psylocke one. Really love them, really sexy. And it's by REQ Art. And I'll hold that up for you if you want to check that out. Check them out on Patreon or Instagram. Is where I found them. So hey, that's all me and Yogi got for you today. Hey, look down and hit that like button for me if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife where to see all the hottest comics and variant covers every week. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Good job, dog.